Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today for another UX Teardown. We're finally back after a couple of weeks of just illness after illness around here, so I'm happy to finally be back to working normal hours. So we will get right into it. Today we are going to look at a bundling pack that Native is doing, and I love a lot of the things that they're doing with the bundling option. So this is a pretty popular brand. They sell hair care, deodorant, things like that. So pretty popular. I think a lot of people have heard of them. So one of the things that they are doing that I thought would be so great to look at today is that they do a 15% off 3-packs, which that in and of itself isn't necessarily anything unique. But a lot of times when you look at bundling options with brands, you can usually only bundle within the same product type. So for a lot of brands, in this sphere, you can bundle like 3 types of shampoo or 3 types of lotion, but bundling options tend to be sometimes pretty limited across different product lines. And so this is something that Native does that I think is really cool because it will actually let you build a pack of 3 products across all of their product lines. And personally, I love this because I don't always want to buy like 3 things of shampoo at a time because that's going to take me forever to use. But I actually stumbled upon this personally because I had made a purchase and I needed a couple of different things. And so this gave me the option to pick 3 items across their product lines and still get the 15% off. So I wanted to look at this today because I feel like this is such a good offering for customers to be able to bundle across different product lines and don't have to buy multiples of the same type of thing just to get the discount. And I like a lot of how it's laid out. So there are some things that I think are a little tricky that maybe could be done better, but the reality of it is like they're serving a lot of information and a lot of different options like at one time. And there's not necessarily one right way to do this. And so if people can figure it out, they're getting people to utilize this function, then, clearly like it's working. So we're going to take a look at this. So right up here, it gives buttons of the type of product that you're after. And then depending on what you click on, it loads these products. So the thing that I think is a little tricky is some of them have other options. So like in deodorant, when this loads, there's a little bit of a drop down here, and then you can basically filter out through types of deodorant. So sensitive, plastic-free deodorant, and then when you click on one of these, it brings you down. So that maybe could be a little bit better. I think drop downs are tricky, especially when you have buttons and drop downs. I think people kind of expect to see some consistency, so they might miss the drop down. The thing that I do like is that you can at least get back to other places from that. So it's not just one drop down that brings you all the way down and then you have to scroll back up. You can move up and down throughout the page. So I'd be interested to see I think some of their like data on usability here again. So we've got the buttons and the drop down, and research on drop downs is, for the most part, it notes that people tend to miss it. But in this instance, maybe that's not the case. They don't all have them though. It's not always necessary. So when we look at body wash, this isn't a drop down. It's just a label that says body wash. So. And they still do have like classic scents, limited edition scents. So I don't necessarily know. I think that they could use the same format here because, again, essentially with, deodorants, they're using it as like a filter, so to speak. So I think feasibly they could do like that same thing for all of the products. So I don't necessarily know why they don't do that, but so that's just something that's noteworthy. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose some products. So let's say I want to get some shampoo and I want to get a scalp refreshing shampoo. So I am going to, you can add to pack. The thing I like about it here is when you click on it, it has a pop-up of information about kind of what it smells like. So this one says it's an herbal, earthy, sun-soaked fragrance. If I go up to, this coconut one, it gives a brief description. So this one says creamy and cozy with fresh elements of citrus and spice. That's delightful, isn't it? So that's one of the things that I really like about this, is that I can get some basic product information from here. A lot of times with bundling options that I've seen, if you want to get any product information, when you click on it, it brings you to the products page and doesn't offer you any information right where you're at. So that means from a user journey perspective, I'm in this bundling pack, I want to add something, but then now I'm being taken to a different page and then have to go back. So the fact that they offer a little snippet of information here is really good. If I wanted to find out more, I could go to the product page. Like if I wanted to see the full list of ingredients, I could do that. So that's really cool that they offer this. And they also offer right here what the price will be when I add it to the pack, because I'm getting 15% off. So let's say I'm going to add this one, and then over here, this is probably my favorite thing, is how easy this is to track with. So this is a 3-pack. It's got 3 options, and when I select one, it automatically brings it over here. And let's see what happens if I say I want 2 of these. It's going to go ahead and put this in my second slot. So I like this because the entire time I know what I've already ordered, how many I have left, and it's right off here to the side. It's super easy to understand and track with, which I think is awesome. All right, so, and then let's say I want to add some skincare. So I want to add a facial cleanser, and I want to add some sunscreen. Ooh, coconut and pineapple. Smells like the best parts of summer. A lot of the copywriting on Native it's awesome. They've got some really clever people that write their copy there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to the pack. So it shows me here that I've got all 3 of my items. It tells me what it was. It tells me what it is now. It tells me what shipping is. It gives me a little bit of information about returns. So basically, and again, we're always looking at this from a user journey perspective. So there are some things that we can't necessarily say with certainty, like this is how a user is going to interact with it. And that's the truth. But anytime you can make something really easy to understand, like that's always going to play well from a usability perspective. So when we look at people buying online especially, we're always looking for ways to give them the information that they need to be able to make a purchase with confidence. So, and a lot of times those come down to the same things. It comes down to the products, it comes down to pricing, what shipping is, and how easy returns are. So, in this one little compact box here, they've given me all of the information I would need if I was going to buy this bundle. It shows me what my bundle is, again, how much it is, the savings that I'm getting, free shipping over $10. So like, I know that I'm getting free shipping, free returns, and I'm going to add these to the cart. And then when I do that, it goes ahead and it dumps all of them into the cart. And the other thing that I like about it is that it surfaces this little icon that says build your pack. So I recognize this came from a bundle. And I don't know why I like that. Because that's the option that I chose, seeing it all together right there is really helpful for me. And then they have some upsells, so like I can do, like grab a mini deodorant, but it dumps it all right into the cart. It tells me that I've qualified for free shipping. Beautiful. So this is something to really consider. If you offer bundles on your site, consider the option of being able to bundle across different product lines. Again, this is where bundling I've seen is pretty limited. So being able to bundle across product lines and then laying it out, again, pros and cons here. I think there are definitely some things that could be done better. But from a usability standpoint, being able to see what I've added, what I'm getting, there's a lot of positives here that could be implemented on your own site if this is something that you're looking at. So again, these are just some ideas. Test it out with your specific user base. But if this is not something that you're doing, this is an idea to consider. All right, guys, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.